Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and ensure you never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links are waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. In this video, I will provide professional analysis along with team and total picks, as well as prop picks for the upcoming Houston Rockets versus New Orleans Pelicans game on December 22nd, 2024. This will be the second matchup of the season between these two Western Conference teams. We'll break down both teams' recent performances and offer our predictions for the Nuggets versus Pelicans game. In their most recent outing, the Denver Nuggets, 14-11 SU, 10-14-1 ATS, were narrowly defeated by the Portland Trail Blazers, 126-124, as 8-point favorites on the road. Meanwhile, the New Orleans Pelicans, 5-23 SU, 10-18 ATS, were defeated by the Houston Rockets, 133-113, as 9.5-point underdogs on Thursday night. The two teams will face off again with a 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tip-off at the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. The Denver Nuggets are wrapping up a 3-game road trip, their second such swing in the last 7 games. After splitting the first 2 matchups, Denver fell short in Portland, 126-124, despite limiting the Blazers to just 22 points in the fourth quarter. The Nuggets shot 54% from the field, made 15 three-pointers, and went 15-21 from the free throw line, but lost the rebound battle 45-40. They also committed 20 fouls and turned the ball over 11 times. Despite these struggles, Denver's defense forced Portland into 10 turnovers, with the Blazers shooting 46.4% from the field. Offensively, the Nuggets bench contributed 35 points, led by Russell Westbrook's 19 points on 8-12 shooting, along with 7 assists and 4 rebounds. Jamal Murray added a double-double with 24 points and 10 assists. The Pelicans ranked dead last in the NBA in scoring, averaging just 105.4 points per game. They shoot 43.7% from the field and 33.3% from 3, while struggling with turnovers and offensive efficiency. Their defense has also been a weak spot, ranking 26th in points allowed, conceding 117.1 points per game and allowing opponents to shoot 48.7% from the field. Brandon Ingram leads the Pelicans with 22.2 points per game and 5.2 assists, but the team has failed to make much of an impact without Zion Williamson, who remains sidelined. The Pelicans are just 3-19 without Williamson this season, further indicating their struggles. In the previous meeting between these two teams, New Orleans managed to secure a rare win, but it came in a game where Jokic was absent. With Jokic back in the lineup for this matchup, the Nuggets are poised to take control. New Orleans has been outmatched in recent games, losing by an average margin of 17.5 points. Denver, meanwhile, has been strong with Jokic, covering the spread in 3 of their last 4 games. Prediction: Denver minus 7.5 points. As for the total, these teams combined for only 194 points in their first meeting, which went under the 217.5-point total. With Jokic in the lineup this time, the total is higher, but New Orleans' offensive struggles remain a concern. The Pelicans rank 20th in possessions per game and have consistently failed to score over 110 points in their last 5 games. Denver's offense has been on fire lately, averaging 128.8 points over their last 4 games, but they too have been held below 120 points in 3 consecutive games prior. The under has hit in 6 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. Total prediction: under 237.5 points. Now for my game props. 1. Total rebounds over/under. Line: 88.5. Analysis: the Denver Nuggets are a strong rebounding team, largely due to the dominant presence of Nikola Jokic, who averages over 13 rebounds per game. Denver has a well-rounded team that typically pulls down a high number of boards, ranking among the best in the league in rebounding. On the other hand, the Pelicans have struggled on the glass, especially with their lack of consistency at the forward and center positions. That said, New Orleans can still contribute on the boards, and the game could see a number of missed shots, which will contribute to more rebound opportunities. With both teams averaging solid numbers, the over 88.5 rebounds could be a reasonable expectation given the volume of shots both teams will likely take. 2. First half total points over/under. Line: 118.5. Analysis: Denver's offense has been explosive, ranking 4th in the NBA in scoring, with an average of 119.4 points per game. Their fast-paced, high-scoring play style, with Jokic at the helm, ensures they generate plenty of opportunities, particularly in the first half. The Pelicans, while struggling offensively, will still have opportunities to score, especially if they can hit a few three-pointers. However, their lack of consistency means they may struggle to keep pace with Denver's dynamic offense. Expect a high-paced first 24 minutes, with Denver putting up a lot of points. The over 118.5 is a reasonable bet, as Denver can push the pace early and New Orleans will need to respond. 3. Largest lead of the game over/under. Line: 16.5 points. Analysis: the Nuggets are capable of taking control of this game early, especially with Jokic leading the charge. Given the Pelicans' inability to maintain competitive play for full stretches, particularly when they trail, it's likely that Denver will create a sizable lead at some point in the game. The Pelicans' offense tends to stagnate, and Denver's defense is capable of frustrating them. Additionally, New Orleans has been prone to blowout losses, including their recent games. Therefore, the over 16.5 on the largest lead is a good pick, considering the potential for a dominant stretch from Denver. 4. Team with most rebounds: Denver or New Orleans. Line: Denver minus 150, New Orleans plus 120. Analysis: Denver's rebounding edge is undeniable. Nikola Jokic, who is averaging a double-double, and the Nuggets' overall team rebounding abilities make them the clear favorites to win the rebounding battle. While New Orleans can still crash the boards, particularly with players like Jonas Valanciunas and Brandon Ingram, Denver's rebounding strength, coupled with Jokic's ability to dominate the glass, should give them the edge here. Denver is the smart pick, especially considering the Pelicans' recent troubles on the boards. 5. Nikola Jokic points over/under. Line: 31.5. Analysis: Nikola Jokic has been on a scoring tear this December, averaging 33.4 points per game, along with over 12 rebounds and nearly 10 assists per game. His offensive production is key to the Nuggets' success, and with New Orleans' defense ranking 26th in points allowed, Jokic will likely have ample opportunities to score. The Pelicans have struggled to contain elite scorers, and Jokic's ability to take over the game, especially in high-scoring matchups, makes the over 31.5 points a great choice. Expect him to play a major role in the Nuggets' offense throughout the game. 6. Brandon Ingram points over/under. Line: 22.5. Analysis: as the Pelicans' leading scorer, Brandon Ingram is often the focal point of their offense. However, Ingram will face a tough challenge against the Nuggets' defense, which, while not perfect, has the ability to limit opposing scorers. Ingram's shot selection and consistency have been a concern this season, and Denver's defensive schemes will likely focus on containing him. While he is capable of scoring, the under 22.5 points looks like the safer bet, especially with New Orleans' overall offensive struggles and Jokic likely commanding the game. 7. Total three-pointers made, Denver over/under. Line: 13.5. Analysis: Denver has been one of the league's best three-point shooting teams, ranking in the top 5 for threes made per game. Their ability to hit the long ball has been a major weapon, and against a Pelicans defense that allows 37.2% from beyond the arc, Denver is likely to continue their hot shooting from deep. With players like Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and others capable of knocking down multiple three-pointers, the over 13.5 three-pointers made by Denver is a solid pick. Expect the Nuggets to rely on their perimeter shooting against New Orleans' weaker defense. 8. Total three-pointers made, New Orleans over/under. Line: 10.5. Analysis: New Orleans has been inconsistent with their three-point shooting, struggling to find consistency from deep. While they may look to rely on the three-pointer to keep up with Denver's offense, the Nuggets' defense is solid on the perimeter, which could limit the Pelicans' opportunities. New Orleans has been averaging around 11 threes per game, but given their shooting percentage and the defensive pressure they'll face, the under 10.5 three-pointers made is the better bet. 9. Nikola Jokic assists over/under. Line: 9.5. Analysis: Jokic continues to be one of the best facilitators in the league, averaging nearly 10 assists per game. He has recorded a triple-double in several games this season, and his ability to create for his teammates is crucial to Denver's offense. With New Orleans' defense struggling to cover multiple offensive options for the Nuggets, Jokic will likely be distributing the ball early and often. Given his assist numbers and playmaking ability, the over 9.5 assists is a great choice. 10. Pelicans total points over/under. Line: 110.5. Analysis: New Orleans' offense has been one of the least productive in the league, averaging just 105.4 points per game. They have struggled to score consistently, and Denver's defense, while not stellar, will likely be enough to contain the Pelicans' offense. With New Orleans' scoring issues, they've failed to score over 110 points in 15 of their last 18 games. Given their current form, the under 110.5 points is a strong pick, as the Pelicans are unlikely to break through Denver's defense for a high-scoring game.